I've been starting out by asking everyone if they could tell me who you are, where you are, and how we know each other.
Go ahead.
I'm Nina. We're in Brooklyn, and we know JJ from Newport.
That's true.
Because we share bed and breakfast together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure do.
We don't interact much at the bed and breakfast, but
right.
For the first night only, and then everybody goes their separate ways.
Yeah, family dinner first night.
That's right.
What about you, sir?
I'm Todd for, anybody who's asking.
I'm asking. And tell me what you guys do.
I'm a photographer. I was.
I'm a mathematician, and I also am that guy who sometimes you see at shows or at music festivals, and you go, "Oh, there's that guy." I'm like Stephen Tobolowsky. If Stephen Tobolowsky didn't have any talent.
This is great. I feel like these things have allowed me to learn a lot about people that I didn't already know.
Yeah.
So, all right, first and foremost, what have you guys been listening to get you through all this madness?
Oh, we have a
list.
Oh, you're prepared. Look at you.
I'll go this way. Can you see that?
Sort of.
Tell
us what it is.
This is our favorite band, one of our favorite bands.
Always
Fruit Bats? Is it Fruit Bats?
Fruit Bats.
This one's autographed because I'm not ashamed to ask people I love for their autographs still.
Still shameless.
These are all my favorites in the beginning. Better Oblivion Community Center.
Also remains in heavy rotation, always.
You guys should be listening to this a lot.
If for people who don't know who that is, tell them who's in that band.
Oh, that is Connor Oberst of Bright Eyes, who just released a new song for the first time in
really good.
Like a decade, which is cool.
New Bright Eyes, not just Connor.
That's right. As well as Phoebe Bridgers, who's also a phenomenal songwriter. And sure, you can bring it to that place if you want.
She's a babe.
Yeah, she's great. Does all sorts of great stuff. And they have a band together. That band is fucking great.
Frankie.
Okay.
Can you take this?
I will, as soon as I have this dog under control. Next.
Another favorite of mine.
The most recent Ockerville River.
They will
Rainbow
someday
Rain.
play Newport.
Hint, hint, wink, wink. But yeah, amazing record. They're amazing. Little chef.
Color.
Great dude.
I'm not going to take it out.
It's fine.
Always in rotation.
Me too.
Do with yard work.
For like, how long? When did this record come out?
Hold on, me too. Look.
Nice.
2011. Hi.
They are the reason I started going to Newport.
Us too. 2011.
Woo!
Yeah. Let's see your mug today.
Yeah, share your mug.
Show your cup or your koozie.
Oh yeah, I got a can and a koozie.
You can't see it. Yeah. I just sold a print of that to Casey.
Okay.
Shout out Casey if you're there.
Brilliant.
So sexy.
This is a gift from Nina. It's one of my favorite coffee mugs. In rotation with all my Josh Headley coffee mugs.
So yeah, this is
So there's that.
Listened to this yesterday.
Always. Oh, this is a record by a good friend of ours, Jake Vest. He's from Memphis. He just put this out last year. Memphis also. Yeah, sure. Can I have this, please? We can bring it a little closer.
Tell me about him. I don't know him.
He's great. He's been making music in various projects forever. Always amazing artwork. The back, the whole thing, packaging, the whole 9 yards, and great songs. This is his last solo record, but he's been making music with other friends of ours as Swimwear over the last couple years. Some other projects as well. Great stuff. Also, you can find lots of his stuff and other projects that are related at American Grapefruit is the record label. All sorts of cool stuff there. So
cool.
We have a lot more.
With so many more.
This is great, and that was one I didn't know, so I'm especially excited.
Exactly. Check it out. ELO, always on in our house.
You guys
We'll
love
definitely
ELO.
cheer you up if you guys are in the dumps.
Yeah. Big, high concept, you know. Everybody knows what ELO is. Just listen to
Oh,
it.
this is great. Mm-hmm. It's really good.
A recent purchase, the second Whitney album.
Yeah.
Whitney, great band. We'll talk about them again in a minute.
Okay.
This was also right before the quarantine. Bought that and this Frankie Cosmos record. She's great. Those records are so easy to listen to. Those tunes are just like very upbeat and wonderful. Everybody should listen to that. This came on recently because some friends of ours made us listen to Liz Cooper, and I freaking love it. Can't get enough of this record. I want more. So
I love her so much.
it's really great. I
try not to objectify people, you know, at all ever, or talk about physical appearances, but I totally want to make out with Liz Cooper.
I support that choice. I don't want to make out with Liz Cooper. I respect her as an artist and as a person.
Me too. And I also think she's a total babe.
Well, fine.
She is a babe. She's fun to photograph.
I have too much respect for women. Sorry.
Yeah.
What do we got here? Big Star again.
I'm from Memphis. If you haven't noticed.
Always Memphis, and Big Star way up there on the list.
Oh, yeah. This is the last one on Todd's list. I have my own list coming up after this.
Oh my god.
Todd might want to back out of the frame because
honestly,
all I listen
I'm
to
out.
is Post Malone.
Nobody knows what that is.
They do. I see my friend in there who likes Post Malone. There are 2 people in this chat who like Post Malone. Beautiful. You guys should all be listening. Our record club ended because no one would listen to Post Malone.
Over a little.
Yeah, we did get away from record club, didn't we?
Yeah, now's the time. We're in quarantine, guys.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
Albums, you should all own them. He should send me his 3rd record. I don't know why it's 6 months late.
You've recently photographed him too, right?
Quite a lot.
Yeah, I went on my own little mini tour and went to 5 shows just before this quarantine started.
The photos were awesome. The ones I got to see that you posted.
Thank you.
There was one other record that I wanted to mention that we do not have in physical media because it came out so recently. The new AJJ record. Fantastic. It's like a perfect record for the times. I feel reflected in all of those songs.
We were just listening to it before we started this.
It's depressing and wonderful.
Well, that's right up my alley.
Yeah. Do you know that band? Do you know that record?
I don't know the record. I haven't heard the new record yet, but I saw them the first Frank Turner show I ever went to. Me and Carter saw him at the TLA, and they opened.
Frank Turner.
It's true.
This is the first time. This is how many? 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the 11th interview I've done. It's the first mention of Frank Turner.
Unreal.
I'm honored.
I'm shocked.
New record. But that's how I got to know them, because they opened for him at that first show.
Yeah, I was just saying that if you didn't know them already, I knew you would appreciate them because of how much you like Frank Turner. Because I think they have a quality, the lyrics particularly have a quality that he has and very few other songwriters have, where they can be really like hyper specific in a way that when most lyricists would do that kind of thing, it would really come off like cheap and weird, and it would date them in a really bad way. But for some reason, like Frank Turner can get away with it, and they can get away with it, and like Mountain Goats, like those kind of bands can really like get that weird and specific, and it works.
Yeah, and it somehow becomes universal instead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, great record. Everybody should listen to it. And it's short, mercifully short. Long records are the bane of my existence at this point.
Well, good. You guys, I appreciate you having
let's take our notes. Hold on.
Physical copies there. I saw that Krista is in the chat asking where the booze and cereal recommendations are to go with your record recommendations.
We're going to steal your thunder. Yeah. That's your party.
I'm not going to do somebody else's thing.
I do appreciate you having the records there for us to see. That was great.
Yeah.
We have, our records are behind us. You can't really see them. We're in
our
music room with some of our music photos by Henry Diltz, who was at last year.
Great stuff.
Wonderful. Is that Joni Mitchell right there?
Yeah, here, let me show you a couple. I like the home tours. We enjoyed James's home tour. So
Yeah.
here's Neil Young on the beach. Joni and Graham.
Oh.
Bad glare, sorry. More Neil. Rolling Stones. Here's our replacements poster when they played with Deer Tick. And Better Oblivion Community. I'm going to show you on this other wall because I think Steve is still in here. Steve mailed me this beautiful Fruit Bats poster.
Oh.
With my amazing Tyler Yahweh original art that Carrie Sneed made, who's probably also here.
Cool.
That's Frankie.
Who made that one?
My friend Carrie, who goes to all the Post Malone shows with me in Memphis.
That's really great.
There's more of our stuff. We still have our Christmas cards out.
Oh, why not?
Beauties.
Oh.
I know. Let's go sit down. Come on. Okay, all right. There we were.
Frankie's not having the tour.
She doesn't like commotion.
She likes to be still.
She likes everybody to be still. She doesn't want
Sit.
noise. Everybody be quiet and sleep. Let's go.
Okay.
Gonzo has been really excited to have me home all this time, and she's generally, you did, James, you started a Cribs theme.
Yeah, more of that, please.
Yeah, so Gonzo, anytime I'm sitting or laying down, she has to be on me. So the pets are really into all this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
A little too.
So
Now, I know that you guys have been watching a lot of live stream stuff because I see you on there in the chats. What have been your favorites that you've gotten to see during all of this madness?
yeah, now we get to the list. This is where the list becomes.
We've kind of stopped watching them. They got to be a little
It's true.
too much to keep up with.
I commented in your conversation with James that the sound for the most part sucks, and that really bums me out. I want to be supportive. Like, I know that everybody's having a tough time, and like they need the,
I love them. I'll watch them all.
Yeah.
Me too.
So the first one we watched was Fruit Bats. Well, Eric from Fruit Bats.
Yeah.
Uh,
You may be sensing a theme.
we love Fruit Bats. Eric.
He's definitely watching.
The only big one we watched in almost its entirety was Lucius with Courtney Barnett.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so cool.
It was a really good
That
one.
was heavy. That was a good one.
Sounded better than most too.
Yeah. Other great ones was Zach Schmidt.
Mm-hmm.
That was lovely. You guys were all there. It was a fun
Wonderful.
comment section.
That was a lot of
I think he's been mentioned in almost every single one of these interviews too.
He's probably not watching, so what's up, Zach? Woke up early last Sunday to watch Ian O'Neill,
Yeah.
Deer Chicks. That was a nice one. Whitney in their pajamas was a favorite.
That was very nice.
They did another
Cool.
last night in their clothes, and it wasn't as exciting.
Nope, pajamas make it better.
For the pajamas. Christopher Paul Stelling.
Yeah.
That one was kind of hard to watch because they were like clapping and stomping along without realizing that it was shaking the video. So I got a little nauseous,
Also
but it
blowing
sounded
out that
great.
mic.
It sounded great.
It's okay though.
I'll let you talk about the last one.
Oh, the last one. I don't know if you have watched any of these, but Ben Gibbard has been doing every day from his home. Ben Gibbard from.
I've heard about these, but I haven't.
Yeah, I mean, he's great. The videos are a little
They're intense.
weird.
Let me jump in and say
Yeah,
that
please.
his camera is eye level and he makes eye contact the whole time while he's playing, and it freaks me out.
Singing
He's like
the song,
staring into
staring
my
into
soul
you.
like
Yeah.
this.
So it's a little
That
weird.
sweet little voice.
But last week he decided on Sundays he's going to do all covers. And last Sunday's covers list was like everything I could have wanted. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. If you haven't
Just watch
seen it,
it
I
right
think you
after
should just
this.
go watch the whole thing. It's like 45 minutes.
Just listen, don't watch.
It sounds better than most of them because he's like in his studio. He's like using actual microphones and stuff.
Sure.
Don't look up what songs are on there. Just watch, because there's one in particular that I absolutely died for. Like, it
People
killed
may
me.
not know it if they haven't seen it.
Well, I'll just let it be a surprise for them. If you like sketch comedy, you're going to be in for a nice, beautiful.
Is it chopping broccoli?
No.
No, but we should suggest that. He takes suggestions.
He does take suggestions, so you know. I think they're all requests, all the covers. So watch that one. It's toward the end, the really good one. It's one of the last few tunes. So if you don't feel like listening to Ben Gibbard sing, just at least skip to the last 20 minutes or something.
That's all.
This just came in the mail.
Oh,
I love it. Yeah.
beautiful. We have that.
We have that. Yeah, we listened to it when it first came in. We saw them
Oh, you know what else
when they came through. They're great. They're wonderful. And I just heard gosh, why is his name eluding me for the moment? The bass player.
Josh Kaufman?
Yeah. I just heard that he just started another band with Paul Banks from Interpol and somebody else. Like, very strange.
Oh,
We just got this too.
Yeah, we also got this postcard.
That's part of our weekend. Thank you.
Yeah.
I really, under normal circumstances, love sending mail. And when all of this shit started hitting the fan, I wanted to support some small businesses. So I started ordering stationery from small presses that I like and follow. That particular one came from Frog and Toad, a little shop in Providence that I've actually never been to in person. But that was a print of an artist rendering of Adele's Frozen Lemonade scoop shop in Rhode Island. Man, I wish I had Adele's right now.
That was fun. If you guys can send some Dells, DM me for my address.
A friend of mine did get me a thing of the powdered mix, which I've read the reviews online and people say it's not the same, but it, in the middle of winter when you're nowhere near Rhode Island.
Does it come with a Dells
something.
cup?
But I don't have a blender. I think I gave Shawn Kenny my blender like 10 years ago and never bothered to get it back.
That son of a bitch.
Oh. That's only the second Shawn Kenny shout out in all of these.
I think he's probably, we didn't actually get into it. I think he's probably the way that we
How
met
we know each
you.
other,
Yeah, that's
'cause
probably true.
I met him outside a Deer Tick show in Newport the first or second time we went. Just like idly standing there and this big dude starts a conversation with me and it worked. And then we were friends and now we're friends.
And you're similarly surly. I feel like you would make an instant connection.
Sure. I feel like he's probably sunnier than I am. Maybe.
Whattier?
Sunnier.
Sunnier.
Got a bit more positivity. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't think I'm negative. I think I'm realistic, but
I didn't say negative. I said surly.
I know, but I know.
Tell me how you guys are passing the time now that we're all stuck in the house.
Ugh.
Well, I'll tell you, I if anybody else knows teachers, people like me who teach at colleges, the work just tripled overnight. So everything that I had prepared got thrown out the window, and I've had to spend a couple weeks completely reinventing a bunch of classes. So that's kept me pretty occupied for the last few weeks. She's got stuff going on too. But that's pretty much all I've been doing.
I started making pom-poms.
Making
Right.
what?
Pom-poms.
Are they pine cones?
Little pom-poms.
Pom-poms.
Oh,
Like yarn.
what
It passes the time.
Poms.
What are you gonna do with them, Nina?
Make some garland.
Oh,
You guys want some garland? It'll take me a while. I'm not very crafty.
Put your order in now.
So this and you guys probably know I got a pressure washer. I've really been enjoying that.
yeah.
Washing
Really?
the deck.
Home projects. But no, you did other
I
very,
redid
very-
my website.
It's beautiful. It's brand new.
It's better.
Much. I'm not even going to say better because it was great before.
And I
Frankie's-
stare at Frankie a lot who has found a toy.
She's getting aggravated that we're
I
not
warned
paying
you
attention
guys.
to her, so now she's acting out. But yeah, I'll fill in the blanks for Nina. She remade her website and has been selling prints from the things on her site and from Instagram and anywhere. And
It's been great.
Still taking orders. It's not replacing all the work that's been lost, but it's something. So
still available for jobs.
Yeah. Anybody holding any big events? Need a photographer?
You know, as an event planner, my full-time job now is canceling events, rescheduling events, and figuring out how to put events online. So it's a lot more work, and it's a huge bummer.
Yeah, I don't want events online. No. The live online stuff. Can I say we stepped away from the live stream stuff, but I do want to like actually give a positive note for musicians thinking about. Are you serious? For musicians who are like doing stuff online, like I totally get you have like kind of nothing to do and like no way to keep your, fans active and invested in all that stuff. Recorded stuff from your home is just as good as live stuff from your home in all of the ways that you care about, and it's always going to sound better. You'll have so much more control. Just like record cool stuff, make something cool from your home. The live thing, it's like, again, I support, like, I know that everybody needs like to keep themselves occupied, but the live thing is like cool for a minute, and then I'm just like sitting with a deluge of comments that are absolute garbage, people who don't know anything about anything, making really bad jokes, and the sound sucks. Like I don't want to be a part of that. But I want to watch your like cool produced video thing. Like I want to hear you playing music. Do it in a cool way, not in a lame way. That's all I'm saying.
You know, do you guys know that guy, the National Reserve, Shawn?
Shut up. I'm out.
Why?
That's
He's
Todd's
doing
twin.
recordings
Todd
instead
gets
of live.
He
What's
gets
that?
mistaken for Shawn a lot everywhere we go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just a white dude with long hair, that's all.
They have similar bodies and hair, although Shawn's hair is a little scraggly these days. But almost every show we go to, people are like, hey, no.
Fine, I'm back.
I just wanted to say he's been recording instead of live streaming and putting out a couple songs here and there.
I do really like him a lot, so.
Great dude.
You know, I just, whatever. Yeah, he's a beautiful man. Just like one of those faces that you just look at it and you're like, man, if only I could look like that guy. But no, I think that's great. And the fact that he's doing it in a way that is far superior, I really very much appreciate.
Can we talk about that last comment that just came in?
Oh, for God's sake. I'm my own person. I don't just look like people.
Todd,
I don't know, the comments would suggest otherwise.
Yeah, Paul McCartney.
Do people really mistake you for Paul McCartney? Is that a thing?
They don't mistake me for him. It's not like I'm walking down the street and children are like chasing after me and screaming.
I'll send you some side-by-sides when we get off the phone, and you're going to be shocked.
I had like 10 years ago or something, I was at a show just like hanging out with my buddy who was doing sound, who I think was watching before. Billy, hello. It's nice to see you. I was just hanging out there, and afterwards we were just like packing up, and a like teenager came up to me and asked me to take a photo, and I was like, "You want me to take your photo?" He was like, "No, I want to take a photo with you," and I was like, "Why? Like you just watch other people perform."
Excuse me.
Incredible.
Okay, sorry.
And I was like, "Why do you want a photo?" And my buddy Billy was standing there. He was like, "It's because you look like Paul McCartney." And the kid was like, "Yeah, probably why."
It's a true story.
So I'm just saying, it's happened. I think it's less now than it was back then.
Look, people are laughing.
It's amazing. There are worse people to look like.
Oh, for sure.
Than Shawn and Paul.
Yeah. Feels like.
What's interesting is that Shawn's the National Reserve and Paul McCartney do not look alike.
No, exactly. I'm like the horrible, like genetic monstrosity that you would get by crossing the two.
You go like this, yeah.
We don't look anything like them at all. But our very first Newport, we were at the Deer Tick show, the first Deer Tick show at Blues Cafe, and two people approached us saying they love our music. We don't play in a band. They thought we were Brown Bird.
They thought you were who?
Brown Bird.
Oh.
At the time, Morgan had long hair. I don't remember what Dave's hair looked like.
short. I don't know.
But yeah.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah, so I thought it was really weird how you scheduled the day out because she got confused for Morgan Eve, and I always get confused for Cam. Suffers, so, you know.
Well, I saw in the chat here that Cam is with us right now.
Cam, miss you.
And I'm going to be interviewing her at 3 o'clock.
Can't wait.
I haven't talked to her in a long time.
Me neither.
I feel like I haven't talked to anybody in a long time.
I feel like I talk to you every day because I see you on it.
That's true. That's the weird thing about time right now, too, is that it feels like it's passing by incredibly slowly and lightning quick all at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like my days fly by. For sure.
It's really nebulous.
Okay, so you're working on pom-poms. Todd is learning how to redesign curriculum and teach online.
Yeah. I baked some cookies yesterday, too.
Nice.
Peanut butter.
Tell me, what is the first thing you're going to do when all this is over and you're free to go wherever you want?
Oh, for God's sake.
Bonus question.
Hopefully work. Go to a Post Malone show. Whatever the first one is, wherever it is in America, I'm going to go there.
I don't know, honestly. Like, let me say, like, I don't want to downplay the seriousness of this whole situation because it is really intense and horrible and, you know, all that. But I'm an indoor kid by nature. And honestly, this, other than the, like, illness and death and every time you go outside having to, you know, don all sorts of protective gear and like all that stuff. Other than those bits, this looks a lot like my fantasy life. Just like not having to go anywhere and just being at home. Mm-hmm. If I had like a year to prepare to live this way, I'd be set.
Not you, huh, Nina?
No, I need to go to work. I need to go to work and I want to go swimming.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm hoping we get out of here in time for our lake vacation on July 3rd.
Yeah.
You hear that? Coronavirus, July 3rd, I need to go out.
We don't need to tell anything to the virus. We need to tell everything to the people. Stay the fuck at home.
Stay home. Wash your damn hands.
Ugh.
We're on 3 weeks tomorrow, day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
We got an
I'm almost at 3 weeks too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, cool. Thank you for letting me throw that bonus question at you. So the thing I've been ending with is asking you to give the plug for what, how people can find more information about what you do, like maybe where they could buy those prints, how we can best support you during this weirdness, and beyond, and the things you care about. So whatever you'd like to tell people.
Have at it.
You can send me cute dog videos. You can try to find any Post Malone memes that I've never seen, but I think I've seen them all. And
this is my emotional support Post Malone meme.
You can continue to buy prints if you know that's your thing. It's been great. You can go to my Instagram, be Nina. Just send me a message what you like. I didn't put any in a store because almost nothing has sold twice except for some Charles Bradley.
People love Charles Bradley.
And a Rodarte print. But so I'm middle brother. But you know, tell me what you want.
What's your website?
Website is ninawestervelt.net, but just go to Instagram. It's the store's at the top.
Yeah, Instagram's the easiest place. Mm-hmm. You can buy stuff from the Instagram feed. Almost everything is buyable.
Don't go too far back. Some people are going really far back, and I can't find the files. It takes me a long time.
Yeah, it's easier if it's more recent.
But I found them all. It's very unorganized.
Yeah. For me, supporting her is supporting me, just like we're married, so that's the way it is. Also, giving Nina things to do during the day so that I don't feel so guilty about sitting in the office and like exiling them. So that for sure, the biggest thing you can do to support me is definitely to buy prints, support her work. I'm not doing any creative work for anybody to look for or at or anything like that. So the other thing that people can do is, like I was just saying, stay the fuck at home. Don't go out. the biggest thing, a lot of people are saying the same thing and reinforcing the same idea, and it's important. And I'm glad that lots of the people you have on and lots of the people that I'm seeing in other streams are really reinforcing all the, most important steps that people can take. But I also want to remind people of this fact that we all, including myself, we all seem to forget really easily, which is that you and I and all of us are not special in the sense that we're not exceptions to the rules. A lot of people are taking the attitude that, yes, we should all stay at home, but I really need this record that I need to buy right now, or I really need to go get, whatever fucking thing from my parents' house that I really need in this time. You don't need that thing. The rules apply to you too. You're not better than everyone else. You're not smarter than the experts. You're not allowed to think, well, it's not that serious where I am, so I'm just not going to follow the rules. You can't think that way. Everybody's got to follow the goddamn rules, so we all get through it.
All 11 of you.
Please.
Who are at home. Stay there.
Tell your family and friends. Anytime they say any version of, I'm better than the rules, they're not fucking better than the rules. That's my message to the world.
That's a good message. Hell yeah. And finally, the people would like to know how we can best support Frankie.
Oh.
Just flatter her. Tell her she's beautiful.
I mean, it's been very
all
tough
the
for her.
time.
It's been very tough for her because she really likes visitors.
Yeah.
So, for
Come
instance,
stand outside our window. She loves that. She loves that.
she
If you're in the neighborhood, she loves it.
No, she barks because she wants that person to come in. Like when we started on this chat with you, she heard us say hello and she thought, oh, someone's calling because they're at the door to come see me.
Oh,
She's smart.
poor Frankie.
It's a very smart dog, but also too smart for her own good.
Can we say, there she is. I want to say goodbye to her before we sign off here.
Oh, please do.
Let's get a
Get her
nice,
close.
nice close up. See the
Oh,
flute.
Frankie.
Hi, buddy.
Hi,
Say
buddy.
hi to your friends. Show the diggers. Oh, yeah. Show off the body. She's a big
This is
dog.
great. Well,
To
I would
everybody
really
who
like
is
to
saying
scratch
things-
that belly. I'm sorry that I can't.
Sorry about that. To everybody who was saying things in the chat, sorry we couldn't read any of it, and I'm gonna go back through and talk to people. So
They're going to be gone as soon as it's over. Can't see them.
right. Well, fuck me. Then
Yeah, and I'm able to pull the videos, to download the videos, but it doesn't pull the chat with it, which is a bummer.
Hold on, let me
okay.
scroll.
Well,
Frankie
let's
is.
just take a quick look through, shall
Frankie
we?
is.
Yeah, why don't you do that
all
real
about
quick?
Frankie. Nobody cares about us.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, Lizzo photos. Thanks. Thanks, Casey. You already went. Oh. Todd nudes. No.
You want that?
Billy.
Oh, yeah, you got that, dude.
It's getting out of control here. Frankie's getting loud.
Oh,
All right. Well,
think-
thank you guys
Have
so
us
much.
back on for a cribs tour sometime.
Thank you guys for doing this. Everybody else, I will be on with Cam Franklin at 3 p.m. Eastern, coming up in a couple minutes. And I hope I see you guys in real life very soon.
We will.
Same.
July.
Miss you guys.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.